What's up, boys and girls? In this video, we're going to look at a few more messages from OIC. These don't happen to be as outlandish or ridiculous as the last video, but they still serve a purpose to just kind of get you into this guy's mindset and, you know, what he's thinking when he gives Dave money, what he's thinking when he gets excited when Dave puts on the vest, etc., etc. Look at a few more Planet Jeff video or messages. I think these are more interesting than the last video, especially the last two, and you'll see why when we get to them. And then a third participant in this series. If you've ever been in the restreams, maybe you've heard the name Technical 2070 before. If not, he's I don't want to say special. I'm trying to tread lightly because he may have some issues. I don't know. But then again, I'll go into more detail when we get to it. This guy supposedly works a full-time job, and so, you know, you'll see. One thing I do want to put forward, one theory is when Dave got that email a couple of months ago, when he started crying, and some people said he wrote it to himself, which I thought was funny. I think it came from Technical 2070. You'll see why as when we get into the video, but for some reason it just strikes me as that guy sent that email to him, and then Dave stuffed his fucking face with 2 Whoppers afterwards after crying. So that's the third part of the video. Just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to everyone that commented, liked, subbed on the last video. I really wasn't expecting that, man, so thank you. Shout out also to Ann Lee. He gave me a great, very detailed review and critique, so I took some of what he said to heart. Steve of the Dead, he put out a good video recently on psychological perspective of the DSP Twitch rant. So, you know, he's got some good stuff there. And Sunspot Gallery, man, you know, he gave me some love on the last one, and he gave me a boost there. So really appreciate it. One other thing I want to say is in the comment section, if you can think of somebody that you want to, you know, me to look into, if you remember some weird messages or just somebody in general, post their name in the comment and I'll look into them as well. I've got some people lined up already. But, you know, if there's somebody you want to look at, man, just post them in the comment. And again, let me know what I can do better, what you didn't like, etc., etc. All right, let's get into it. All right, so here we have the first message. It's a 500 bitch here from OIC. It says, wow, 815 sub count now. I was going to comment on how we were keeping strong at 809, but 815 is really amazing. And I haven't even gifted any in a few days now, so I was expecting it to drop below 800, not going to lie. Alright. So this was during the vest streak last year. And he's excited, and that's understandable. You know, he's excited for the marathon goal, or whatever goal was about to be hit. He was excited for it, and I understand that. The issue I take with it, or the problem is, I mean, he might as well be patting himself on the ass here. He was responsible for like 25% of these subs. One fucking person responsible for 25% of all the subs. And that's not even a debate, that's a fact, and I can prove it on the next screenshot. But he got as high up at one point to 300 subs, and DSP was at 900. That's 33% coming from one guy. And in my estimation, my opinion, he was like 20% of DSP's bids at this time. The dude just showed up every day, and he cheered multiple times a day. Him and Lysa Soul. You know, they were just constantly there. You saw in the last video talking about how he watched DSP religiously and was almost there every day. Plus he's responsible for, I mean, he's supporting DSP's lifestyle, man. It's like him and 7 or 8 other people. You know, those people are responsible for like 75% of DSP's tips. This guy's responsible for 25 and up to 33% of his subs. In my estimation, 20% of his cheers are coming from this guy. It's a one-man army funding this entire fucking operation, man. And this is also why it relates to today. why DSP went on that rant the other day, why he's demanding an apology, and why he's basically telling Twitch to immediately reinstate him in the partnership program. Look how much fucking money he's losing from one insane person. From one guy, bits and sub money. You know, this guy's insane. DSP's insane too. If DSP thinks his growth is organic and he's crowdfunded and he has this positive support and he's this positive influence, he's fucking insane. I mean, look at this guy. He's in there essentially bragging, patting himself on the back, telling the other Paypigs, hey, I'm glad you did your job. You kept it steady. Now I don't have to drop another 300 sub bomb. I mean, this is just insanity, man. Alright, here we go with the next message. The proof that this guy is at least 25% of those 800 subs from the last message. So it's 100 bitch here from OIC. 196 total gifted subs for hopefully a vest streak of 196 tonight. Love you, Phil. I mean, there's 196 total gifted subs, and he's bragging about this. And again with the love you, Phil shit. He's essentially trying to buy his love. And notice DSP never says that shit back to you. That should tell you something right there. You're constantly telling him that you love him and he doesn't say it back to you. I mean, if you can't comprehend what's going on there, I don't know what to tell you. But 25% of the subs from one person, it got up to 33%. And again, you can just see why DSP is so pissed about losing Twitch. One fucking guy, man. Alright, here's message number 3. 350 bitch here from OIC. It says, here's another 350 bits for hitting the vest goal once again, Phil. Was worried for a moment there. Just, again, there every single day, throwing money on top of money. The dude already hit the vest goal, and here's apparently bits just for hitting the vest goal. I mean, what's the point? Money on top of money. Here you go. Every day. Has to send these. You can't just type that in chat. You have to send him bits. Trying to buy his love. And then was worried for a moment there. I'm sure you were fucking worried. I'm sure you didn't have a $99 tip on standby ready to go. Fuck out of here. Alright, message number 4. 100 bitch here from OIC. Well, man, it was a good 4 months of support, but the vest has been on life support for the past few weeks now. I guess all good things must eventually come to an end. I mean, just another example of a pointless cheer. He knew the streak was going to continue. I mean, again, I'm sure he had the tip on standby just in case. I just don't see the point of these. But it's just more proof of him being in there, just gifting subs, just giving cheers. 20% of cheers came from this guy. 33% of subs came from this guy. You know, you could also look at this as a subtle hint to the other Paypigs, trying to make them feel bad. Well, it was a good 4 month, but the vest has been on life support for the past few weeks now. I mean, imagine trying to be a real fan of DSP, and you got to hear this fucking guy sending money and cheers like this all the time. It's pointless. It's just pointless. Alright, message number 5. 350 bitch here. Essentially the same as the last one. It wouldn't surprise me if this was the next day. Look at this. He put on the vest. He put on the vest. I mean, you realize what you sound like when you type this shit out? You know when DSP says, people love the vest. You guys really love the vest. Who do you think he's talking to? Look at this message. You can't just type this in chat. You have to send him money. And for what? Because he put on the vest. Are you kidding me, man? Just more waste of money, more cheers, more insane fascination with not only DSP, with the vest of all fucking things. I just don't understand. Alright, so here we have message number 6. 100 bitch here. So much for this game being only 20 to 25 hours long. With all these fetch quests and side quests, we are already at 16 hours of gameplay or something, with only one major dungeon so far. Hopefully the story picks up soon. Who does that sound like to you, man? Who do you know that sits there and bitches and complains about the game? That he can't make any progress in a quote-unquote 4-hour session. Well, why do you think you can't make any fucking progress, man? Because you're sitting there banning people all the time. Because you're having to stop to read down these dumbass cheers. Because you watch every single cutscene and you just sit there falling asleep. You put the controller down and don't move until somebody tells you what to do. You're staring at chat trying to find somebody to ban. I mean, this sounds exactly like what DSP says. It's almost Derek to an extent. He's saying what DSP wants to hear, or he's giving DSP a chance to say, oh, that's right, OIC, I agree with you. See, I agree with you there. This game sucks. 2 hours of gameplay tonight and haven't made any progress so far. Well, I wonder why that is. Fucking idiot. Alright, message number 7. 100 bitch here. I'm not gonna lie, I only included this one just to look at Dave on top. Look at him. Look how fucking miserable he looks, man. You know, I know that they say you shouldn't judge somebody on how they look, or you shouldn't make fun of people's looks. But there's one thing I believe in life, and that's, what you put out, it comes back to you. When you put out positive, it comes back to you. Negative, it comes back to you. When I look at DSP, to me, his outside personality, or his outside appearance, matches his inside personality. That's fucking karma right there. That's perfect, man. The type of person he is on the inside matches that outward appearance of his. Anyways, the dumb cheer says, fun fact, when YouTube first introduced the thumbs up, thumbs down feature, all 5-star ratings you gave were converted to thumbs up, and 1-star ratings were converted to thumbs down. Nothing happened with 2 to 4-star ratings. Well, thank God you told me that, OIC. I mean, what was I going to do without that fucking information? What is the point of this? And I remember watching the audio clip of this, and DSP had to pretend like he was interested. Oh, really? Wow. Man, that's awesome. All right, moving on. Just stupidity, man. There's no point. There's no fucking point. Alright, message number 8. We go to Planet Jeff now. Donated $20. Says, wow. Catching up from vacation and find out I was part of some BS controversy. You do get it all, for sure. No, I didn't go away. No, I didn't charge back. And no, it's none of anyone's business what I do with my disposable funds. Game on, Phil. And you know what, Jeff? You're right, man. It's not your business. Or it's not our business, or anybody else's for that matter, what you do with your money. That's your money. The problem is you're not giving it to a legit charity. You're not spending it on yourself or your family. You're giving it to a guy who's a known fucking liar. A known liar. Once you give it to somebody like that, then anybody's got a fucking right to question that. Anybody, man. A guy that has all these fucking coincidences happen to him, He has a tax problem and a tax fundraiser marathon, Save the House marathon, and then coincidentally afterwards flies some whore in from across the country multiple times. And yes, I call her a whore, because if Subaru Man is truthful, she was still with him while talking to DSP. What a fucking coincidence. Then he has, another tax fundraiser. What was it, 17,161, something like that? And not even weeks, man, days after that, he's on vacation, flying across the country, getting married. Supposedly his parents paid for it all. Well, that's a hell of a coincidence, DSP. You had your stupid little fundraiser, and then you just happened to do that. And then I recall I don't know if y'all remember this. There was a recent marathon of $3,000 because he wasn't getting his Twitch payment and he was sure of it. And do you remember, can anybody tell me what happened then? Because I could have sworn he got paid by fucking Twitch. So no, man, if you were giving to a fucking charity, or you were spending it on your family or something like that, probably nobody would say anything to you. Nobody would mess with you. But you're not doing that. You're giving it to a fucking liar, man. A guy that's fucking addicted to mobile games will say anything just to get that money from you. You know, and I mean, Jeff, I would feel bad for you. I mean, it's not like you just came out and straight said, fuck the trolls, or fuck the detractors, or anything like that. I mean, I can't understand why anybody would fuck with you, Jeff. And what's that, Planet Jeff? You just sent $10 to DSP in bits and said, fuck the trolls out of nowhere? Oh, well, fuck me then, right? I mean, I wonder why somebody would fuck with you, Jeff. I wonder why. It's not like you're baiting them or anything. It's not like you're shit-talking them. I wonder why somebody would fuck with you. I wonder why when you got doxxed, they went to your company's website and posted all that shit. What are you doing, man? Why are, 1,000 bits to DSP just to say that in front of everybody. And you wonder why there's fucking repercussions. And you wonder why people would go after you. Oh, what's that, Planet Jeff? I hereby bequeath Sir Darkseid some funds, primarily due to the stupid fucking trolls. They've seriously DM'd me about 10 times so far tonight. You annoy me, you measly midges. Fuck the fuck off and whatnot. Way to fucking stick it to the trolls there, Jeff. By giving DSP $20 and essentially putting a target on your fucking back. 200 IQ move there, man. I can't blame you. I hereby bequeath Sir Dark. Who fucking talks like that? What is wrong with you, man? Just doesn't make sense. And there was another clip that I couldn't clip it because it was too long. But there's another one where Planet Jeff gives him like $50, $100, and says, here, this is to stick it to the trolls. That's his exact quote. Stick it to the trolls. And then DSP, yeah, Jeff just gave me $100 and said, stick it to the trolls. He's sticking it to you. And it's just like, you're both fucking stupid. You're both fucking stupid. Jeff is stupider. DSP stupid, but Jeff is just dumb and dumber over here. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, message number 11. Planet Jeff, $250. And by the way, I only included this just so you can see the smash the taxes tip bar there. $5,000. 10 hours to go. 10 hours to go for what? Before the IRS breaks into your house and says, give me monies? The IRS is just gonna fucking break in. 10 hours to go. Anyways, for the love of God, please don't dab. Happy birthday, Phil. Hope you and Kat have a great trip. Everyone needs and deserves the occasional vacation. Glad to hear you doing that. Recharge. And what did he do with your $250? His smash the taxes tips goal. I don't even know what to say at this fucking point. I mean, $250. The guy's lying to you. 10 hours to go. It's a fucking IRS emergency. They're gonna break down the door any fucking minute. It's gonna be a hatchet duel, an axe duel. Fucking idiots. Alright, so here we have a message from a young man by the name of Technical 2070. Like I said in the intro, I'm trying to tread somewhat lightly with this guy because I don't know if he's got some issues. I did hear him saying a cheer or a tip, I believe, that he works full time and he comes home from work every day and watches DSP. You know, he could have been lying. I mean, who knows, man. But anyways, the message reads, and I know it's hard to see, but it reads, you're the greatest of all time, Phil. My hero and the man. Have a healthy springtime. And one thing I noticed with all this guy's messages, literally every tip he sends in he tells Phil that he's his hero, he's his idol. You know, it's ridiculous. And Phil, every time he gets a message from this guy, he speed reads right through it. You know, if he's embarrassed, he doesn't care. I mean, he just doesn't care. A lot of these messages, and by the way, a warning that the next two messages from this guy are going to have to be clips, because these are all within the last 6 months where DSP disabled the tip messages, so I can't screenshot them. So we're going to have to take DSP's word for it that that's what was in the message. But you'll see how he just speed reads through them and how he doesn't give a shit. This guy's literally telling him he's his hero, he's his idol. And DSP just blows right past it. Just another fucking tip for him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if this guy is, how old he is, you know, what he does for a living. He just comes home every day and watches DSP. And I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy to an extent, but you can only feel bad so much, you know?
Yeah. You're right. Shout out to Technical 2070 who just showed up and resubbed for 6 months. He says, "You're my hero and idol. I love this game." And Jasper, how are you? We're doing well.
Alright, so, and I cut off Phil's reaction there, but it's just essentially, oh, we're well, and I shouldn't be anyone's idol, and then he just gets back to the game. But there's another one. "You're my hero and idol." And Phil just doesn't give a shit, man. Just, you know, I hear this every day, and blah, blah, blah. "You're my hero and idol. Here's money. Here's money. You're my hero and idol. Here's money." I mean, there's not a whole lot to say, man. I mean, it's just, again, I don't know what this guy's issue is, if he has issues. I don't know what his end goal is, to just be broke and have DSP have all his money and then say, "You're my hero and idol, but I can't give you money." Well, that's another good point. What are you going to do when you don't have money and you know, he's your hero and idol and you're just saying it in chat and he's not reading it? Then what's going to happen, man? I don't get it.
And then Technical 2070 tipped me $1.30 and said, "You're my hero. I had a panic attack. You helped me calm down earlier with anxiety tips from an old Ask the King. Keep up the great work and give Jasper extra treats."
Alright, and that's the last little clip. So apparently this guy had a panic attack and he went to a DSP Ask the King video and looked up tips for panic attacks, and that's how he calmed down, apparently. And notice he threw in the little, "You're my hero." Had a panic attack, "You're my hero." Went to DSP's Ask the King and calmed down. You gonna tell me something's not fucking wrong with this guy? I mean, again, I don't understand, but it's just more of the same thing every single time. "You're my hero, you're my idol. I had a panic attack. How's Jasper? Give him treats." And again, DSP just speed rushing through it, doesn't give a shit. "You had a panic attack? Holy shit, man, I'm sorry, dude. I mean, I hope you're better now." And no. Just, "Oh, we're good, and thanks for the tip." And then move on to the next one. So, you know, anyways, the next video, I'm going to go a little bit more into this guy. Again, it's hard to do because the messages don't pop up on the screen, and I can only clip so much. But we'll get into him a little more. We're going to look at Lysa for Soul as well. I'm going to start to focus away on OIC. I'll try and include messages that I can find on him. But again, if there's anybody that you want to hear, that you're interested in, let me know in the comments, and I'll go ahead and look into them. Alright, thank you again for the support, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Just anything you gotta let me know in the comments, let me know. Go ahead and subscribe so you can get the next one, part 3, because there will be a part 3. And until then, man, I'll holla at you. Yep.